Good morning everyone and welcome to another episode of me trying to fix this 2023 Tesla Model 3 that had a front-end collision and all the airbags deployed for the driver and the dashboard. So in the previous episode we worked on the front end of the car, we also removed the two seats on the interior, and now today we're going to attempt to remove the center console and the dashboard, and hopefully if everything goes well we can even put the new dashboard in. Now let's get right to it. Okay, so for removing the center console, one of the things that apparently we need to do is to remove this panel on the side of it, which kind of looks like is unremovable, but apparently you can actually do it. I found the opening on the right hand side, and now we should be able to slowly pry it off. Alright, one panel off. And now for the second panel, I'm gonna put my pry tool, work my way to the top. That's for the second panel. After that, all we need to do is to undo this bolt, and this bolt as well, and the three more on the underside, and this whole center console should just lift right out. Do you think it's really that easy? On the Mercedes and BMW, we had to remove like 15 bolts before we could even move the center console. Let's see. Maybe it's a good engineering. All right, let's do this bolt first. And now we repeat the same for the other side. And then we remove this connector right down here. There you go. And with that, this should technically be free to move, which is still, oh, okay, that was it. That was so easy. I wish the engineer who designed that removal process would have done the same for the seatbelt, but hey, I'll take that any day. It's remarkable. Just 4 bolts. And now we have access to maybe a few of the hidden bolts to open up these dashboard. I think these 2 bolts that we need to remove. Also now we have access to our SRS module, which we either need to replace or we need to reset. So I'm gonna try to find a place that can reset this, because these are not cheap. As you remember, these seat belts are all also locked up, and one of the ways maybe we can explore is to reset them. I've been having a hard time finding these seat belts because if we buy it from Tesla, they're very, very expensive, and the other ones, I'm not really sure that they are actually in a working condition. So let's try to remove this seatbelt and see if we can also send these to be reset or not. Usually for these things, replacing them would be the best path forward, because even if you send them for a reset, they might come back broken. But I've been having a hard time finding replacement. So let's just open it up quickly and maybe get a part number out of it. So I assume I can just gently pull on this panel. Okay, that was the top side of it. Oh look, same system as the BMW. And let's slowly do the same for the bottom trim piece. I see some clips down there. Let's use our tool to remove the 2 of these here. Okay, one is out, the other as well. Yep. Okay, and this is our seatbelt module that we need to remove. So first we need to disconnect these wires. There's a little tab next to it which I cannot get to the other side, so maybe it's best to undo this bolt and have this loose and out so we can remove these safely. Okay, I had to do this bit off camera, but the way you put the seatbelt in is that you put it this way and then rotate it and it goes in. And as for these, all you need to do is to pull this white piece with a pry tool all the way to the back, and that would release these connectors from these two. Welcome everyone to the inside of our Tesla Model 3 with no seats. Now I'm gonna do the next thing that I really don't enjoy, and that is to remove the airbag, the steering wheel airbag. I don't know, it's something that I always have problem doing it. I hope this car is different than their German counterparts, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. So for Teslas, you have one hole on each side of the car, and you can use that hole to release the airbags. All right, let's give it a shot now. I'm gonna put a flat head that is recommended by everyone and just push it in. And is that it? Really? Oh, you are the sweetest car ever. That was it. That was it. For the BMW, I had to fight with it for like 10 hours. And look at it. It has 3 wires going into it. That's very odd. All right, let's remove them. Okay, it's been a few minutes later, and I managed to remove the airbag from the steering wheel. And if you look at it closely, look at this. The plastics are all melted up. This just shows how hot these things do actually get when they get deployed. I removed this wire that I assume is for these controls, and now we should be able to open this up and remove the steering wheel. All right, let's get this guy removed. There you go. Come on, it's time for you to leave. See, now you made me use the tripod. There you go. All right, the next step is to remove the top cover. Okay, we need to get all the clips loose. All right, that seems loose enough. And right underneath of it, there's a screw that we need to open up to make this. And underneath of the steering column, there's this screw or nut that we need to unbolt in order to open up this lower plastic trim piece and to be able to remove this clock spring. All right, let's open this up now. Oh, and we need to, so it's loose from the bottom, but we need to open these 2 screws as well. So with those screws out, let's see if this will actually come off or not. Yeah, no problem. So I read through the Tesla's documentation, and all you need to do to open up this clock spring for Tesla Model 3 is to open up this torque screw right down here, and that should release this clock spring. And with a bit of precision, this should just come right off. And now it's time to remove this center screen. And to do that, you need to remove the cover, which is underneath of the display, and then we need to open these 2 bolts in order to be able to lift and remove this screen. So far it's going really well. I would say that Teslas are not that hard to work on. You hear all these rumors that they are not DIY friendly, not user friendly, and so far it's going well. I mean, I still need to, deal with that pyrofuse that, might kill me. But for now, I just want to put everything broken in the car back into working order before attempting to turn on the high voltage system. All right, I put the camera on a tripod because the next step is a bit finicky. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna lift the display and kind of hang it down gently. After that, what you need to do is to use your screwdriver and open the 2 screws that are holding this plastic trim to this display. I would recommend using a hand tool and not a power tool. It's definitely not needed. And slowly pry it off. And that's how you detach a Tesla Model 3 center screen. With the center console removed, we are one step closer to remove this dashboard. And now there are a few more things that we need to do before we can take this dashboard off of this car. So for this dashboard to come off, all we need to do now is to disconnect anything that is connected to this dashboard from the underneath of it, and also to remove the glove box, this wooden trim, and anything related to the air conditioning. And I think that is enough to start unscrewing bolts like this, and maybe a few more on left and right, in order to be able to pull this dash away from this car. And we can do that by first removing this wooden trim on this side of the car. We're gonna repeat the same for this side, and that's it. That's all you need to do, is to remove this trim piece. I just found the craziest thing. Look at this. So the previous owner, I think, put this air freshener, which is from Rituals, inside of this vent, just like this. I mean, it's kind of ingenious, and I don't mind a free air freshener. What's the smell of it? Does it have, yeah, it has. Ooh, all right, that smells really good. Yeah, good job, Ritual. Thank you so much. Now it's time to remove the glove box. For removing the glove box, what you need to do is to open these 3 screws, plus 2 on each side of it. And just like that, your glove box is on the floor now, and we need to disconnect a few of these connectors to have this whole box free and out of the way. And with the glove box out of the way, we need to open all these screws that are in the center of this dashboard to pretty much open this trim which belongs to the air conditioning unit. And now with that screw out, we should be able to remove this air conditioning mechanism. All right, let's see if we can take this off. This is it. We are now ready to remove the dashboard. Let me show it to you. So everything is all ready and prepped up. All we need to do is to open these screws that we have on this dashboard, and after that, it should just come right off. Oh, I'm so excited for this part. 1. So is this thing ready to move now? Kinda. Not fully, but wants to. I mean, this side is all loosened up, and I can see it's kind of distancing itself from the dashboard, but that side's still there. I found out why that dashboard is not moving. So this is our replacement dashboard, and if you look at the back side of it, we have these 4 holes. I didn't remove those screws. I thought that those screws are the fasteners for this airbag, but I guess they kind of screwed themselves into the chassis or the structure behind the dashboard. So these star-shaped screws I did not remove. Let's remove these and see if that makes any difference. Please, please, I beg of you. Oh, okay. This side is moving. It's putting a bit of a resistance, and I really don't want to destroy it. Oh, never mind. Come on, let's go. Yeah. So the entire dashboard is off, and now we are ready to put everything back in. I'm so happy that we have gotten this far, and I'm really excited to see this car on the road, and we can experience it all together and see how it's going to perform after it's all rebuilt. But for now, I think it's time to end this episode. Thank you so much all for watching this video. If you liked it, please share it with your friends and family. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel as well. That will really help me big time for growing this channel. And I'll see you all on the next video. Take care.